Good wishes, dear students. In today's class also we will balance the chemical reactions. If you remember, the very first type was giving you only whole number to be the variable value. It was easy. The second method, you had an involvement of only one type of fraction number. So that also you learned how to do how to balance the equation using the fraction. Now in this class, whatever you are going to learn, if you have a more than two types of fractions coming in for the variable value, how to balance the chemical equation. I tell you, this method is also easy, nothing to get worried here. As usual, I am representing with the variable coefficient A, B, C, D and E. What's the first step we have to do? We have to represent in terms of the element that is existing. So chlorine, then we have a potassium, then I've got an oxygen here, then we have an hydrogen. So there are four types of chemical entity: chlorine, potassium, oxygen, hydrogen. The same thing will be repeated on the product side too. Now let's move in for the writing. How many times chlorine we've got here? 2 times. So 2A is equals to, do we have chlorine anywhere? No. How many times chlorine we've got? 1 time here and 1 time here. Remember, D is common for all the 3 elements. C is common for all the 2 elements. So we write it in terms of C plus D, meaning 1 time in C and 1 time in D chlorine is present. Let's move with the potassium. How many times potassium we've got here? Only 1 time. So B is equals to, here again how many times potassium we've got? In C and in D. So we will write here again C plus D. Let's move in with the oxygen. How many times oxygen we've got here? B. Only when there is nothing we imagine to be 1. So 1 into B will be B is equals to, on the other side you've got a 3 times oxygen with a D and 1 time oxygen with a E. So how shall we write it? 3 into D will become 3D. There is only one thing, so 3D plus E. Fourth one, in terms of hydrogen. How many times hydrogen we've got here? Here again B is equals to. Do we have hydrogen anywhere? No, we have at the last term. So let's write how many times hydrogen we've got here? 2 into E time. So this is a usual way of representing. Now, slightly different concept you have to remember. Consider let A is equals to 1 as usual. Now substituting this value, can you find out the variable or value of any other variable? If you have just one substitution, substituting A value, you get the BC value. But in this case, if you look, A is equals to C plus D, meaning out of the 3, you need to know the value of 2 variable to calculate the third variable value. So it's not possible here. Can you substitute here? Here again it's not possible. Can you substitute here? B, D and E, 3 variables are there. So nowhere A value can be substituted to find out the value of the variable. So what are we going to do? Consider the next easy step here is only one variable is present. In this cases you've got a 2. Here you've got only 1. Consider let B is equals to 1. If B is equals to 1, substitute into this equation. So what value we will get? E value. If I substitute, B is equals to 1. So 1 is equals to 2E. Therefore, E is equals to, 2 comes to the denominator. We get the value of E, that is 1 by 2. So how many variables we have taken? A, B, C, D, E and F. 6 variables we have taken. A value is 1. B value is 1. Please remember, why am I considering B to be 1? Because making use of the A value, nowhere I can find the answer. Hence I am considering B because only one variable. When I substitute the value, I will get a one more variable value. And we've got here CE to be 1 by 2. Now we have to calculate C, D and F we have to calculate. Now what are the another one we can do it? We know the value of here D and E can be, you know the value of B and E, no, you know it here. Substituting in this equation we can calculate the C value. So I am considering this equation. When you consider what's the equation is, B is equals to, I am rewriting 3D plus E. Students, please pay attention. We have got the three values. Making use of these three, you need to know how many more variable value we have to calculate. You have to calculate for C, you have to calculate, D you have to calculate, and F you have to, okay, we don't have a F here, these two variable we have to calculate. So if I consider this equation, I know the value of B, I know the value of E, so I can calculate the D value here. B is equals to 1, D value we do not know, E value is 1 by 2, taking out the value E. So 1 plus half on the other side will become minus half is equals to 3 by 2. 1 minus half gives you half is equals to 3D. Therefore, D is equals to 3 comes to the denominator. We get here 1 by 6 value to be D. So, we have finally arrived at the value of D to be 1 by 6. Now, what's the value we have to calculate? C value. Now, if we consider this one, you know the value of B, you know the value of D, C can be calculated. So, let me consider this equation for a C value. B is equals to C plus D. Now, what's a B value is equals to? B is equals to 1. C we do not know. D value is 1 by 6. Same way, 1 plus 6 on the other side becomes minus 6 is equals to C. When you cross multiply, you will get your answer 5 by 6 is equals to C. So finally, you've got the value of C, that is 5 by 6. So A is 1, B is 1, C is 5 by 6, D is 1 by 6, E is 1 by 2. Substitute this equation into the given step here. So when I substitute the same reactions I'm rewriting, I've got a chlorine, treating it with the potassium hydroxide. We get here potassium chloride plus potassium chlorate plus water. Now what's the value of A? We have calculated to be 1. So I'm writing 1 here. Potassium hydroxide, what's the value? B, 1. C value we have got to be 5 by 6 here. What's the D value? 1 by 6 we've got here. And what's the E value? We have got to be 1 by 2. Now if you look at it, in the previous question you had only one fraction term coming up. So you multiplied the whole reaction, numerator of the whole reaction by the number. In this case, you have got 3 different fractions. So you have to take an LCM, that is 6, 6, 2. Whichever method you follow for the LCM, that's not a problem, but answer comes up to the same thing. 2, 3s are 1s are 3, 1s are 1s are. So the answer LCM is equals to 6. So what have you to do? As you multiplied the numerator with the denominator, you have to multiply the whole reaction, a coefficient of the reactants and the products by the LCM number. Now what's the LCM number we have calculated to be? 6 here. In this case also multiply it with the 6. Multiply all the term with the LCM. So into 6 here, into 6 here and into 6 here. When you cancel out, 6 1s are 6. Okay, here also 6 we will get. So let me write 6 times chlorine plus 6 times potassium hydroxide. Please watch here. 6 and 6 gets cancelled. So you get here 5 times KCl. Remember, 6 and 6 gets cancelled. You've got a 1 time KCl. Even if you don't write 1, it's understood. That's okay. If you look at it here, 2 1s are 2 3s are. So you get a 3 times water molecule. Now let's go into balance the given chemical entities. Chlorine you've got, potassium you've got, oxygen you've got and hydrogen. So similarly on the other side, chlorine, potassium, oxygen and hydrogen. Chlorine I'll come back later. Meanwhile we'll balance with the other elements. Potassium, how many times potassium we've got here? 6 times potassium. 5 times here, 1 time here. So 5 plus 1 gives us 6 times. It's a balanced one. Oxygen, oxygen is 6 times here. You've got a, Somewhere I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. KClO3. Sorry, children. So O3 I've got here. This 3 is common for this O. So both the side oxygen is balanced. 3 plus 3 gives us 6. Here you got a 6. It's a balanced one. Next, in terms of hydrogen, 6 is common for a hydrogen. You've got here 3 2s are 6. So hydrogen is also balanced. Now let's come back in terms of chlorine. How many chlorine atom we've got? 5 plus 1. 1 is common for a chlorine also. 6 we've got. But this side, if you count, how many have you got? 6 2s are 12 when you have got. The concept you have to remember here is potassium hydroxide is a compound made up of potassium, oxygen and hydrogen element. Potassium chloride made up of potassium element and a chlorine element. Potassium chloride made up of potassium, chlorine and oxygen. Water molecule made up of hydrogen and oxygen. But when you look at it, chlorine, it's an elemental form of chlorine. We are representing it to be, it's a diatomic element Cl2. So when it is an elemental form, whatever number you have got, divide by that number. So 6 when you divide by 2, you get the answer 3 here. So in this case, you shouldn't write 6, you should write here 3. So when you balance 3 2s are 6 is a balanced one. I'm repeating again. All the other reactant and products are made up of different combination of elements. But when it comes for chlorine, it's a pure elemental form of chlorine. So 6 2s are 12. When you say, the reaction will not be balanced again, chemical entity. Elemental form, you can divide by the term that is given. So 6 by 2 gives you 3. So instead of writing 6, when you write here 3, 3 2s are 6. The reaction is a balanced one. Please practice. The better you practice, the more will be your confident of scoring mark. Thank you.